Alright, Rich here from the RCNetwork, and before you see the Axial SCX10 Trail Honcho. This is a ready-to-run version, and it's pretty much bone stock as you see it. I've done just a few little slight things to it, but what I'm going to go over in this video is my plans for this vehicle. The second thing, what I've kind of done so far, or what I like to call pre-upgrades. And the last thing is my plans after the pre-upgrades. What upgrades are coming, what you should expect in the near future from this vehicle, and many, many more videos to come. Now, the first thing, my plans for this thing. The SCX10 is basically a scalar kind of trail truck, and it's not really meant to be a rock crawler. So hopefully you've seen some of my videos with the Wraith, and that was kind of geared more towards a rock crawler. Also did some trailing with it. This vehicle going to be entered in a couple of G6 events, and what those are is basically you got hundreds of gates, and you basically walk with your truck and you drive it through all the different gates without touching your vehicle. If you touch your vehicle, or if you have to give it any assistance, like if you roll over or whatnot, you get penalized for it. So plan to do a couple of those events here in the near future, but I need to get it ready for it. So the next thing was kind of my pre-upgrades. I've ordered a whole slew of upgrade parts for the SCX10, but I kind of had to do a few things in the shop here to get ready for the upgrades. So the first thing I did, and you'll notice here, was I took off all those stickers. There was some stickers kind of all up on the hood right here, and then also on the kind of lower portion of the side panels. Got rid of all those, kind of want to make them my own, so to speak. I am going to stick with this body for right now because it's brand new and it doesn't cost me anything to take the stickers off. So going to stick with that for right now. The second thing I did was I went ahead, and it was kind of weird. I had some body issues where if you kind of move the body, you could hear it rattling. And I've seen this posted in a few of the forums. Let's go ahead and take the body off and I'll show you guys exactly what I did. Very inexpensive little mod that I did that got rid of all that noise, and I'm still gonna have to work on this portion of getting the body off because this is just a pain. And there we go. So on the underside of the body, you'll see right here, went ahead and put a couple of rubber grommets on top of the body post. Now these are 1/16 inch in height, and they fit perfectly on the little body post there. On the underside of the rear, all I did was I kind of trimmed those body posts, or trimmed the little grommets, and glued them in place with some CA glue. Works great. Kind of acts as a little dampener on the actual body, and it's nice and silent now, so it doesn't move around. Next thing I did, and these are all very inexpensive upgrades is what I like to call them, or pre-upgrades. I went ahead and opted for the 4-link suspension all around. Now on the original Trail Honcho, there was a 3-link suspension both front and rear. On this one, the RTR version, there's a 3-link suspension only in the front out of the box. So I went ahead and upgraded that to the 4-link, which is included in your kit. So please don't throw away that big bag of parts. There's some pretty good stuff in there. So as you see here on the rear, there's a 4-link, and what I mean is those lower or upper links had a 3-link suspension on the front only. So went ahead and upgraded that, and I'll show you what the 3-link looks like here. Basically, it looks like this, kind of like a wishbone out of a turkey. That was the upper link on the front only on my specific truck. So in the parts bag, pulled out the little 4-link adapter, pulled out 2 extra links that was included in the bag, mounted all those up. Now it didn't come with the hardware, but I had that stuff laying around, so take a look at that in your kit. Now the part number, or the part tree that I got it out of, was this one right here, and I'll try and read you the number because it's going to be hard to show on film, but it's AX80043, and that includes both the 3-link and also the 4-link suspension adapters, so good to know on that. Next thing I did was I went ahead and did my $2 Driveshaft mod. Now, I do plan to get new drive shafts for this. Probably going to go with the MIP ones that are out there. But for right now, and since it's practically free, costs about $2, I went ahead and upgraded it. Now I will put the link down in the description that shows how I do it, and that was from my Wraith videos. So take a look at that, click on that link so you guys can get some direct info. So basically on the spline portion of the drive shaft, you just insert a, I believe it was a 5mm screw. Check the video for it, but I had some extras laying around, went ahead and dropped that in there, kind of glued it in place with some CA glue. Ain't going nowhere. That's the problem with those drive shafts is, I'll show you here on the parts tree, is they're hollow inside. And what happens is under extreme torque, this smaller section right here will end up kind of buckling and kind of imploding on itself, thus breaking your drive shafts. And the cool thing about Axial is they give you extra drive shafts. And this is off of part number, or I'm sorry, tree number AX80084. So good thing to know as well. Now, that is all of my pre-upgrades. Pre-upgrades pretty much cost me just a couple, $3-4. Good to know. Now, why I did the 4-link suspension. There's lots of different theories on it, but my theory is basically it keeps all 4 wheels on the ground. Whenever you have a 2-link or a 3-link suspension, kind of like this wishbone one right here, you have more opportunity to lift that whole axle, thus not keeping all 4 wheels on the ground. That's my theory. Anyways, went with the 4-link. Now, here's the upgrades. The first thing, obviously I've already upgraded the shocks. You guys have hopefully seen that video. The ProLine scalar shocks. Went ahead and mounted those up. Those are all set, ready to go. The next one is very much needed, the links. Now, plastic is nice, it's light, but it's also very flexible. So let's check this out. Hopefully you guys can see this. Look at that. That's flexy. That's not good for your driveline or for your links. You need to have some nice rigid things in there that will allow good movement. So anyways, go ahead and do those. Also look at this little plastic job here. I'm going to do some nice little flex on the guns right here. Look at that. Oop, that's the steering linkage. That's not good. So anyways, all the links are going to be replaced. I did go with the Axial kit. It's the long wheelbase upgrade link kit. I believe the model number on that is AXI30550. That's on its way here as we speak. The next thing, servo. Now, I like the AS3. Seems like it has a fair amount of torque. It's a little bit slow, a little sluggish. Going to be upgrading the servo. Next thing, wheels and tires. Now, that's the controversy. 1.9, 2.2, what do I go with? I may need to do a lift kit. I don't know. So for right now, I am going to go with 1.9s. That's yet to be determined as far as wheels and tires. Not sure which route I'm going to go. Next thing, bumpers. Now, there's lots of issues with the front bumper on this thing. First of all, it kind of sits too low. It needs to be raised up. The other thing, it needs to be kind of pushed in just slightly. So I am going to go with a different whole front bumper on that. That will be coming up. Also, the Nerf bar is going to go ahead and get a slimline steel one to hopefully tuck that in on the body so it doesn't get caught up on things. Next thing, motor. I'm probably going to use this one till it burns up, which that's what's happened to my last Axial motor. Was using the 20 turn and it just poof went up in smoke, I should say, in my Axial Wraith. Now, next thing, I'm going to go ahead and replace the hoops. And what the hoops are these little things that your shocks mount to. Now, steel frame, aluminum shock, plastic hoop. So I'm going to go ahead and replace those with aluminum. That should be another nice upgrade. And these are obviously in no particular order. I am going to prioritize just slightly. So next thing is going to be some scale accessories. Whenever you enter a G6 competition, you need some scale items, and I believe it's 5. So there's going to be a winch and some other nice little fun things to make it scale appearance. Probably one of the last things that I'm going to do is do a full waterproof on this truck. Now that does involve, you know, some pretty detailed things. Going to take all the front and rear diffs apart and get those things all nice and waterproofed up. Also going to do the servo, the ESC. There's going to be lots of waterproofing on this truck because I am going to take it in some water. It's going to get dirty, as we like to speak. And that's basically the plans. So I really hope you guys stay tuned. I have lots of videos in mind for this thing. There's going to be some onboard camera shots of this vehicle in motion. There's also going to be lots of running videos coming up here soon. Nice thing about crawlers and scalers is you can shoot them and drive at the same time, so that'll be really fun for me. That's kind of what I miss with my Wraith. Lastly, if you like the videos, hit that like button, crush that thing, show me that you guys like it, and as always, subscribe to my channel if you like the whole channel. There's lots of variety on my channel and doing new things every day. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.